This is my Road to Rank 1 series, where I take a brand new account and bring it all the way to Rank 1 in the world. Last season, I was able to make it all the way to Rank 4 in the world, but I couldn't get to Rank 1. So, I'm going to be trying one more time this season to get all the way to Rank 1 in the world. Hope you enjoy. Okay, this is my Road to Rank 1 series, and I'm playing in the second position on this board. So, on this board over here, there's a super strong 569, which first position is probably going to take. And then, for me, as the second position, I have a few options. So, the main thing I'm looking at is basically the 5-8-10 or the 4-5-8. And I think I might take the 5-8-10 point left. This way I get myself to the ore. But if I decide to take the 5-8-4, I'll lock up the board a lot more. The question is basically, if I take this versus this, is do I want to leave open the 4-5-11 for my opponents? And I think the 5-8-10 point left is much better for me, just because I get access to that ore. Now I can also simply just take the 8-5-4 and point left also, or simply take the 8-5-4 point right for the wheat port and just build an extra road to the 9-10. That's also another option. I gotta think about what's gonna be open for me. So on boards like these, let's say, so someone goes 5-6-9, I take 4-5-8. Let's just see what happens to the board. I think someone probably takes 5-8-10. Where's the wheat port? I could see someone doing like 6-9-4 or 6-3-4 pointing left all the way here. Okay, they decided to take the 5-8-10 instead. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I'll just take the 5-6-9. You just kind of have to. It's just too strong. I think with this, you just got to point to the left to the 3-1 port. Here on out, you just have a pretty strong Orbeat Sheep game. Now my life becomes a lot easier. So basically, whenever you like make a mistake like this and take not the 5-6-9, like another pick, the second spot, what you're essentially doing is a lot of the times you basically swap positions with red. You swap positions with second position. And on this board, I'd much rather be the person with the 5-6-9 instead be the person with the 5-8-10. And I think as red, I might have honestly pointed left just so you can make your claim to the ore. But it makes sense. I mean, it's safe to point your road down, but I think I might get greedy and snag up the ore myself. Yeah, and now in third position, you're honestly faced with like a pretty tough pick. It's pretty difficult. I think you have to take the 8-4-3 since just locking up the last rare brick. That's one idea. Or you can potentially get greedy and take 3-4-6 to the 8-3, but I'm not sure if that's even that great. Okay, they decided to do that idea. The problem with this idea is it takes a long time for you to actually get to the 8-3 since you're only on 2 points of brick. You don't even start off with it. But let's say orange gets, 6-4-3, 6-3-11. They can build on the 8-3, use the wheat port and then build on the brick port. So it's kind of playable for orange if they can get both of those. Orange can also go ahead and get the 3-10-11. That's not the greatest. Or simply the 5-8-10. So because of all these options, the 5-8-10, the 6-3-11, and 3-10-11, this being the worst one, I think this makes a little bit of sense. I like the pick. Yeah, I think 6-4-3 is better than 8-4-3. And you just build to the 8-3. But I don't think you're actually going to be using the wheat port very often as orange. The wheat's kind of valuable on this board. You don't really want to be porting it. It depends. If orange's hand is super flooded with wheat, then obviously, yeah, you want to be going to the wheat port. So blue decides to take the 5-8-10. Okay, porting toward the right, trying to get the wood port over here. Honestly, I could see a world where blue takes the 3-4-11, yeah. And just making a claim for the sheep port and the wood port over here. This is pretty tough. Oh, they decided to not do that and point downwards. Interesting. Now this makes it a little bit tough for orange since as orange, what do you take? Probably the 6-3-11, I'd say. Yeah, probably the 6-3-11. And then I get some type of 9-10-11, 9-4-11. And now this is a very strong setup. I can take this, or I can simply take this. Let's see, what do I want to do? But yeah, this is the problem. See, if red took the 5-6-9 and I took the 5-8-10, then I'd be getting 5-8-10 with the 9-10-11. And this setup is like, it's okay. It's not amazing. It's not bad. But now I have a very strong setup since I have double ore, double sheep, and double wheat. I'm wondering if I should go for the double sheep over here with the 9-10-11, or if I should go for 9-4-11. So I want to go for all this extra wheat here. So I think red probably takes, I mean, what the hell does red take? Maybe the 6-9-2 and goes ahead and prays to get this 8 brick over here. And there's a race. I'm at 8 points of sheep, 7 points of ore, and 8 points of wheat. And if I do this, I leave the 4-5-11 open for orange here. I think I'd probably take the 9-4-11 and I block down this 5-4-11. I think I do this. Since if I go 9-10-11, I leave open the 4-5-11 for orange. That's almost volunteering. That's like creating a monster. If orange can get on the 8-3, get 4-5-11, and suddenly they're very strong. So I want to destroy that monster just by destroying the space, forcing red to go over here. The question is, where do I drop the road? I think I almost always lose the 9-10 to blue, and that's not even my first priority. My first priority is a 9-12, so I can get into the 3-1 port. And I think red always takes a 6-9-2. I mean, I guess I can see a world where red takes a 6-11-12. I can see a world where red does take that. And I don't think I ever point my road left just to get closer to connecting. That's kind of bad. So I'm going to point my road right here. It's almost like forcing red to take the 6-9-2. And if red doesn't take the 6-9-2 and takes 6-11-12, then I'm rewarded by pointing my road right on this 9-12. And if red takes a 6-9-2, then I'm very happy with that too, since it just locks up all the space. And I think red also just in general has a relatively tough game. I could also see a world where actually red takes a 6-11-12 and points down to plow me to the 9-12. Actually, that might actually be the best move for red. 6, 11, 12, point down, cut me off to the 9, 12. Yeah, it's actually not bad at all, if I think about it.
So Colonist.io is currently hiring. Now, I've worked with them before, and they're super chill and down-to-earth people. It's a small team, and it's a fully remote job. They aren't paying me to say this or anything, but I do want the best possible talent to be building the Catan community. So, if you know how to code, recruit, or just passionate about the game, check out the link down below.
And then red can just, yeah, 6, 11, 12 is red, point down, 9, 12, get in the 9, 10, go over here. And suddenly I have a road network. Because red, I might have actually taken that instead of the 6, 9, 2. And 6, 9, 2 is also inviting a pretty difficult game. But that also seems way too slow. You're also giving me the 6, 9, 2. But the 6, 9, 2 is not actually that great. It's a lot of extra production. Well, it is a 10-point spot, right? But I guess like the idea red would have to do is 6, 11, 12, cut me off, and hope for orange to cut off to the 6, 9, 2. But that's just too many things. Okay, so the 8 rolls over here, blue and red in a race to this 9, 10. I'm looking for that city, and also I'm looking for on the 5, 6, 9, because as soon as I get the city here, it's just so good. And I'm also looking for this road setup on the 9, 12. A wheat for a sheep here. Okay, they just do 1 for 1 with red over here, which makes a lot of sense. I probably could consider taking that trade. I need to think about what my opponents have. Since red's full of wheat, blue's full of sheep, they're going to be trading a bunch in general. So it makes sense. It's a good trade for both of them. But I get a city, so that's pretty good for me too. And I just city up here and I basically just pop until I win is probably the move. Blue goes ahead and drops a road here, claim the 9, 10 spot. Okay, the 8 rolls, and now I'm able to city. And blue's going to be looking for that brick trade with red over here. 6 roll is great for me. And I'm going to be looking for a road settle on the 9, 12. And that's like my super strong spot here. Wanting to offer ore for a brick, since they started off with over here, and they're wanting to win this race over here to the 8-3, if possible, since orange is now really screwed. There's a good chance red might say yes to this. Okay, this side not to. Since this is the settle for blue over here, and red does need a sheep. But the thing is, red has a settlement themselves, and they only have 1 brick in hand, and they're not going to trade their only 1 brick. Now, as red, this is when I offer a brick for sheep wood. Okay, so red decides to do the extra road to settle here. Cool. The 10 rolls, and red's going to be very happy now, since they have a very playable game. They're on triple wheat spots over here. They can take road to the 9, 10, and they're pretty happy. They're probably my public enemy number 1 in terms of like the person who I rob. Since orange is in a very tough spot, so is blue, and now red with the wheat port. It's pretty playable if they can city this up or city this up. The 2s roll bunch. There's a 9, 10 for blue. They can start getting their game just getting started a little bit. Like the way I lose this, right? If I'm trying to take down my setup, which is really strong, as blue and red, I'd like, talk to them like, yo, light blue is way too strong. We got to take him down somehow. And the way you take me down is you plow me as blue. You plow me 1, 2, 3 roads, which is doable since remember, they only need a single 8 and they can manufacture 3 roads between themselves. And then after I get plowed over here, red, and over another 8 rolls, they manufacture another 2 roads to plow me on the 9, 10. And then suddenly, as light blue, I've got no settlement spots. I have to drop like, yeah, I'm totally screwed now. So to prevent that from happening, I've got to actually road set on the 9, 12, because that's basically the only way I win, or only way I lose. So I'm needing to look for a road here. Let's see if I can try to offer some type of sheep for wood with blue, or sheep for brick, or wheat for brick. Blue says no. Wanting ore, I don't think I can offer ore though, since the ore is too valuable. The sheep for wood I'll probably take with orange, that's fine with me. Since orange is doing nothing anyways, I've got to buy a dev card here, just to protect myself, and I'm also gonna have to hunt for the bricks to try to prevent myself from getting super plowed. If I get myself like completely plowed, I just lose the game. But this guy's looking for a city, so I mean that's why he took that trade with me, right? It's hard to take that. It's hard to deny like a 1-for-1 city, since I gave him that sheep, which gave him the 4-for-1, which gave him the city. But this is like, as a table, if I was red or blue, that's what I would do as a table to take down a super strong setup like this. Since I am in a very strong position. Ooh, like this 4 wood for a single brick. That's so bad. That's really ugly to see. Okay, so they decided to do road settle here. I might actually play a knight card here. I'm at 10 cards though. I'm gonna play a knight card here. The reason why is because I know red has a brick in hand. Since the knight 8 rolled, yeah, and they only spent 1 brick. So I think this is probably the best move. And a jack this spot right over here. Get the brick, no 7. 5 rolls, cool. So I'm able to go ahead and pop once, or can get a second city, but I don't think you ever get a second city here. So pop once, VP, interesting. Let me pop a second time, knight card, cool. And then I can go ahead and drop a road right here. Securing this spot. So now, honestly, as red, like if the table worked together, they could really take down my setup. This is very easily like a setup you can get wrecked with, just getting robbed, just getting plowed basically. And honestly, like even if I get plowed, I can still win this game by getting 4 victory points or taking longest road, which largest army. And so if you have no settlement spots, you can still win the game. You just have to get city, 4 VPs, and 2 knights, and 2 points through largest army. So another 9 rolls for me. That's pretty good for me. Yeah, the 9's like my killer number. He plays a knight card. Yeah, and he jacks from red. I mean, maybe because like red had a higher concentration of ore. Probably not. I mean, they do have a higher concentration of ore, but I probably should be getting jacked here. But I guess you can also look at it and be like, you know, light blue is at 3 points and red's at 6 points. But in my opinion, it's quite the opposite. I still, well, it depends. As soon as I drop a city here, or a settlement here, I'm like, my game is pretty secured. Need to stop raw. Yeah, since they're not wrong. As soon as red does drop a city, it's pretty bad. Okay, the jack and ore from me. Cool. So now they're pretty close to a city, unless they have it. Cool. So we both trade cities now. I'm gonna roll first, I think. No, I'll play night card. Since the 6, I still need the sheep here. I'm gonna play the night card. I wanted to be able to jack from red if possible to get any of their wood bricks. Since if 8 or 3 rolls, it's really good. But I do need to be able to steal any type of card from them. So I'm willing to just do this, jack from orange here, which is unfortunate. I think no one has cards here. Okay, blue says they'll trade me here to not, I trade a wheat for sheep, I guess, with blue. I'm trading just with a bank, essentially, here. I'm not even sure if I want to take this trade. I could have just jacked from blue. Wheat for sheep. I think I'm willing to take this, just because I'm on 3 spots of wheat, 1 spot of sheep. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just take a second city here. I would want to rob, yeah, red has no cards here. But that 10, I don't know if I should be blocked. If I could do that again, I might block something like 10. No, the 8 bricks is fine over the 10 wood. It's fine. I think it's fine. Yeah, but red's definitely pretty scary here. This game is not locked up at all. It's not even close, since I need a city and I need a lot. Okay, so they just decide a 4-for-1 for a road and a 4 wheat for a single brick. That's so disgusting. Oh my gosh, that's pretty bad. Oh, this is bad too. Oh, jeez. And now red just jacks from me and they take my sheep. That's really not good. And since they get my sheep, that's like cards I don't produce, which means they're able to buy dev cards. And if you look at it, red is basically the same setup as mine, but a little bit better. We have pretty similar setups, since now we're on the 9 ore together. Red's got the wheat port. They also have road. So this is not good at all. This is really, really not good. And my 6 sheep getting blocked is so bad. Just because that's my only way to buy dev cards here. That's not good. Or red's able to get to 8 points pretty quickly. 5 rolls over here. Okay, wood for sheep with these 2 players. As long as these 2 players is trade, it's fine. Man, I was saying like I should have been getting jacked, but I don't think I should be getting jacked anymore. Red's pulling far ahead. Okay, blue said they can take road soon. Red buys a D card here. I'm gonna try offering ore for sheep here. Something like this. I'm really just looking for any type of city materials here, or D card materials, because I need to try to punt down red as much as possible. See if I can try to do something like this. If there's another sheep out there, that'd be good. Blue asks for 2 cards. I can do something like ore wheat for 2 sheep. That's fine with me. I'm down to do something like this. If you're down to do something like this. I mean, honestly, yeah, there we go. So 3 I don't really care about giving blue or wheats. It's kind of just trading like with the bank. The biggest thing is my sheep is blocked right now. So more cards is probably just better. So I want the sheep, if anything. 7 rolls. Please put it back on the 9 wheat. 9 wheat, jack from red. That'd be good. Okay. Blocks the 9 ore, which is totally fine. Yeah, that's fine with me. And I got a year plenty here. Okay, I'll take this with orange here. It's like I'm helping them get a second city, but trading with orange is basically trading with the bank. They just don't do anything. They just kind of click buttons. But the reason why I'm doing that is because it saves me a year plenty, since I'm going to be year plentying for brick and ore here to try to buy more Ds if possible. But I might just be able to simply steal a brick from red, since the 8 did just roll. And they're probably going to be porting the wheats to buy a dev card on their turn, or just jacking from me. Let's see. Okay, 5. Let's see what they do. They probably port the wheat, maybe for a road, or maybe for an ore to buy another dev card, and then they're left with a lot of brick in their hand. So I play my night card, jack from them. Hopefully you get a brick and settle over here. That puts me at 8 points then. And I can simply just take road then to win. Okay, they decided year plenty. Ooh, that's not good. So now they're at 8 points here with the city. That 5, 8, 10 is very, very strong. They should be able to pass. Cool. Let's hopefully, let's do this. I do think I'd probably block something like this or this. The 10 wood is probably the best move, since I got 2 bricks in hand, right? So if I miss the brick and get something like a wheat, this is probably the best move to make sure they don't drop a bunch of roads, since I want blue to drop a bunch of roads here. I think this is probably the best move. Okay, cool. I got a brick. That's good. So I settle here. I mean, at this point, like, I'm basically just, I don't have 2 VPs. I just probably pass here, and I just need a city, and then get another VP here. Or I can simply try to go ahead and get a road settle over here in the 6, 11, 12. Let's see. This is pretty close still, since red can drop a city, road settle, and road's going to be pretty far. I can give 3 wheat for free. Oh man, we could have done it right there. So right there, it's a perfect spot, since I don't think orange realized, but I can give like 3 wheat for free, and that puts me under 8 cards, and then this guy can give a wood for free, and then we can make it so she drops a red, so red can't connect. And that way, blue can take road for a long term. But, you know, orange is basically screwed this game. They can't do very, very much. Let's see if I get jacked here. And I probably should be getting jacked. Well, both of us should be getting jacked here. Both me and red are very strong. I think I'm a little bit more afraid of red here. 2 wheat for a sheep? Probably not. I got a 3-1 port. I'll do 2 wheat for 2 sheep. I think that's probably better. And I think blue can also afford this too. If this is to build a road, then yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Okay, so if he's going to be able to take road, then I don't mind trading here. But I'm kind of scared here. Okay, 6 rolls again. This is not good at all. So I have to go ahead and city and then try to pull a VP. If I dodge a 7 here, I've got multiple chances at pulling that VP. Or I can simply trade for wood bricks and be able to city and road settle. That's also an option. But that's another point for red. You know, all they have to do is road settle. Okay, they're thinking about where to city. 9-10. Okay, let's go. Hope for no 7s here. I'll take any 11. That's pretty good. No 7. 10. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad here. If I can do this... Oh, wait. I already have the win. Wait, hold up. I road set a city this. And then... Oh, no. I'm 1 card short. Something like this. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, 3 for 1, 3 for 1. Yeah, something like this works. Or any of these things work. Okay, cool. Wow, I tried. There's no time. I just gotta pull for the win. I think red might win on the next turn. This is not good. Okay, VP. Mono. Nah, shoot. VP. Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I got lucky. Okay. I got pretty lucky there, since the thing is, even if like orange cuts off red, red still does road settle over here. And they have actually a lot of winning rolls. Like there's like 6, 5, 9, like any of these are just free cards for them where they can simply settle or city and they already have the wood in hand. They just have so many winning rolls here. They need multiple to happen, but it's just given their flexibility, they could probably win. Yeah, but I was able to pull twice and I was able to get a VP and mono. So even with a god setup like this, like a very strong setup, the game was still very, very close. And the reason why is because there's no competition for road here. This is pretty tough for blue. I think as red, the critical move that I would have done is I probably would have tried to cut me off on the 9 ore. If I cut myself off on the 9 ore, what happens is it makes my settlement spot is way worse and I can't use a 3-1 port. And if you could talk with blue, like saying like, yo, let's cut off light blue in the 9 ore. They have a very strong setup. And then blue cut me off on 6, 11, 12. Suddenly, my life is kind of miserable. But that was a pretty close game and I was able to win it. I was on a big losing streak before this and I'm glad to finally take one down. Even though this is a very, very strong setup. All right, hope you guys enjoyed and let me know if you see any mistakes in my games. Since I'm always trying to improve, I do read every single comment. So thank you. Thank you so much for everything. All right, bye-bye.